малышка моя родная, ну как дела? Наверно, к дому зима, дорожки все замела. В небе над Грозным тают звезды в лучах зари. И только маме, что я в Чечне, не говори.
Khan's appearance caught me by surprise. Although while fighting the bandits, I did sense someone helping from the shadows. Khan assured me that Bourbon's fate was not tied to my own. But I regretted his death.
Hello, it is I, Nugget, back again to continue bringing you Metro content. It has been quite some time since I've done this. My apologies for that. Sometimes in life you get caught up and you get distracted and, well, you know, it can be difficult to prioritize things.
Nobody ever walks here. Neither people nor beasts. Even the rats are absent.
Apologies for that. I decided that since I had the evening off work that I would first thing when I woke
we
up
are here.
hop
Come
on.
closer to the tubes and listen. Just don't stay for too long. Some say it's the voice of the tunnels. Others consider it to be a form of psychic influence.
Anyway, I just woke up
I know this tunnel, and it knows me.
and
Let's move.
I really love this portion
Be careful
of the
here.
game
This is a dangerous tunnel.
with the spirituality of
Please
it.
keep your light on, my friend, or else we might stay here forever. Freeze, and look forward. I don't think the word who is applicable here.
Oh my goodness. You know, no matter how many
We need
times
to
I
go
see it,
around it. Don't touch the silhouettes.
it's still,
Concentrate.
I always wondered personally if there was similar lore, as far as
Mom, where are you?
oh my god, I don't know why, but every time I hear that, it makes me upset. Because when I was growing up, I had heard, part of the reason why there are ghosts in old buildings is because old buildings are a lot denser, the material, and people's spirits could not leave. And I know that Metro has basis in, a lot of different things that are common in Russian culture. I was a huge fan of the books, and I always wondered how many myths and stories were also similar here. And actually, while talking with Kitten, which hopefully we can bring you some more content together soon, she had mentioned, because we're both taking Duolingo lessons for Russian, the word for
Move aside, Artyom.
hedgehog was 2 letters. And this brought up an interesting discussion between us about, hey, what animals are actually common in Russia?
Has to relive its past over and over again. And those who were unfortunate enough to walk here at such a moment usually passed.
And after going through all the wild animals, which I explained to her, and I'm like, well, you know, Russia is as large as the United States, if not bigger, and has similar biodiversity. So, like, after we got through the lynxes and the lions and even ocelots, there were multiple kinds of hedgehog that were native to Russia, as well as parts of Asia. And
please, and look forward. A battle raged here long ago. The defenders still man their stations. Follow me, but remain at my back. Castone lapio asterium manto. Castone lapio asterium manto. Alum ram. Castone lapio asterium manto. Castone lapio asterium alum ram. Castone lapio asterium manto. I'd rather that remained a secret. This is personal, my friend. I was with them when they died. Only I survived.
it is moments like this that I wish I had had VR, so I could have enjoyed the new Metro game.
It appears that the devastation we brought upon ourselves was complete.
I also wonder that tunnel,
As well.
right? Because I know in the book,
When a soul leaves the body, it has nowhere to go and must remain here in the metro. A harsh but not undeserved. Do you agree?
I do agree. There is it's considered the get out of here, leave him alone. It's considered a mythical station, right? And it's where the old Moscow University was, and it was completely cut off. And people, talk about it as, a place of plenty, right? Think the Institute in Fallout 4, which, I don't know, but I would like to believe that there was some inspiration from Metro for that, at least as far as the idea of MIT somehow surviving the war and all of the intellectual students, or not intellectuals, all of the students being able to survive. And my apologies, Con. All of the students being able to survive.
Concentrate.
I am concentrating on this thing I'm talking about, Con. Do you want me to open it? I'll open it. 10 out of 10. This is why they pay me the big bucks. On a very interesting side note, as far as radiation is concerned, fun fact, the dropping of the atomic bombs actually
Let's go.
permanently changed our world in a way most people would not know. Geiger counters have to be made from metal that was prior to the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Otherwise, it is tainted by a certain level of background radiation and is useless. So when they're dredging up old shipwrecks, that's primarily what all of the old iron goes to. And I know I found a key, but I honestly don't remember seeing a safe, so unless it's somewhere up here in this tunnel. If you can tell, today I am wearing my...
I feel it coming, I see. That's a rare talent. You should use it. Don't move now. Don't move.
Today I'm wearing my East German Stricktarn, which means I'm a bit of a chatty Cathy. I'm also enjoying nicotine and
They
a
call it
energy
an
drink.
anomaly, a new phenomenon in a new world.
Unfortunately, in my perpetual fatigue after spending the last 12 to 14 years of my life working nights and only sleeping a couple hours a night, the only
Wicked phenomenon is. But, you know, it's not any more evil than, say, fire. It all depends on your point of view. Try to get a better understanding of things before you make your judgment. Let's move out now. It's not safe here.
in my perpetual fatigue, I find it near impossible to be awake or alert anymore without my dependence on caffeine and my near constant abuse of nicotine. But what young man doesn't abuse caffeine and nicotine in today's day and age? Or ever, actually, if we're being honest.
Get ready. The beasts come again.
Well, from which direction do the beasts come? Because I'm gonna wait until, yeah, they're about yay close. Juked. Alright. Okay. Okay. Nope, not what I wanted. No, 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 no. Bad kitty. Well, that was unfortunate. But I'm gonna leave that in because, well, even when you make a mistake, sometimes it's important to reflect on it. My mistake at that moment was not being more proactive, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm a silly goose. I did just purchase a Kalashnikov recently myself as a little bit of a Christmas present. I understand it's almost February, however, I've always been a fan of the Kalashnikov series of rifles. My first gun growing up and learning how to shoot was actually a SKS. This was, of course, in the rolling hills of Tennessee on my grandmother's family farm, which she sold off when it was no longer convenient to her. But I'll never forget shooting that SKS, partially because me being a young man and being stupid, I accidentally shot out the window on the barn, and my dad gave me 10 lashes for it. That was a weird noise.
There's no need to interfere.
Okay, there might be some need. You know, I wonder, has anyone tried eating the Nazalises? Or Watchmen? Yeah, I think that's a large volume. Like one of these has to be at least 20,000 calories, however many grams of protein. Um, I have also recently, and part of my inability to find time for everything
Get onto the rail car. The tunnel should be all safe ahead. We'll get through this.
is in part to I recently had surgery, and after coming back up from my surgery, I realized that I needed to lose all the weight I had gained. So I've been in the gym fairly consistently, and I'm already down about 35 pounds since doing that.
Do you really suppose that Polis will help you? Or is there simply nothing else left to believe? You don't have to answer. Station soon. The monsters' attacks have been unrelenting. Most people have abandoned the station. The unfortunate few who remain have nowhere else to go.
Well, any hill's a good hill to die on if you feel motivated enough.
Han led me into Cursed Station. The name was no accident. Its people were locked in an endless war for survival.
Well, any hill's a good hill to die on if you're motivated enough.
The station is under attack again. Let's go, lad. Vendors could use some help. Khan, over here.
I really want one of those hats.
Yes,
They're so
they
expensive.
broke through the outer defenses. All the survivors are here. Our diver will live to see another day.
Where do the monsters come from?
As always, from the left tunnel and from the crossing. We sent a demolition squad there, but they never came back.
You are eager to avert your station's doom, Artyom, are you not? And here the doom has already arrived. We must help. Find the remains of the demo squad. They had a bomb. Move it into the left tunnel as far as you can, then run for it. The explosion will be massive. As for the crossing, it's already been buried once, but looks like the Nosalises have dug through the cave-in. There was an airlock close by. It must have been left open. Try locking or collapsing it. I'll stay here with the survivors. Try luring the monsters towards us if there are too many.
Sounds good. I would say, as far as fictional apocalypses go, Metro is particularly rough. I mean, truly, the chances of surviving this one are slim to none. That's where I need to go once I have the demolition. Get back. Simmer down. I don't like you. Where's the demo squad? Okay, he said the tunnel on the left. So why the demo squad is at the tunnel on the right is a little beyond me. gotta stop pressing the wrong button. Relearning the controls after not playing for a minute is, well, it's difficult, you know? And that's, recently I've been trying to get through Baldur's Gate and a couple other games that I always start games and then I'll stop playing for a bit. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. And there goes all of my meds. My apologies. I keep saying, I'm trying to get better about it. I'm trying to get better about, that was goofy. And now I'm out of medicine. Gotta get far away. Oh no. And there I go again. That's gotta be my new favorite word. Let's run back and see if we can't get some medical supplies. So anyway, I have this bad habit of starting a game, playing through it for quite a while, and then I'm like, okay, I'm a little burnt out. You know, this was a lot. Let me see if I can't, just take a little break. Just a little break, get my head on straight, relax for a minute. And then I'll come back and I'll be like, what was I doing? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just restart. I'll just do it again. And then I burn myself out rapidly. Trying to figure out. Neat.
A big war at a small station was won. I won't be going further with you. I'm still needed here. The tunnels have collapsed. If you still want to get to Polis, you'll have to take a detour. You can get to the armory from here, and afterwards you will have to go through the stations belonging to the Reds and the Nazis. Let's move.
Oh, Khan, let me restock on supplies, because I feel like it's the least these people... Okay, I guess I don't need more supplies.
We are building a new society, complete with all the lovely police state bonuses, like people informing on their neighbors. At the smithy, look for an acquaintance of mine, Andrew the blacksmith. Mention my name. He'll give you a hand. A shrine to hope. Even in these times, we can't relinquish the things that make us human.
Somehow I feel like I shouldn't grab those bullets.
That's it. Get in. Remember, everything depends on you and you alone. Until we meet again. Goodbye, Papi.
The unfortunate thing is,
Armory Station was where most of the weapons in the metro were made. There had been an arms factory located above, and after the nukes fell, many of the workers settled here. I was looking for Andrew the Smith, but he found me first.
in Metro, you think you're playing this really tough guy. However, you're just a scared kid who's trying to protect his home. Well, the door on my left doesn't appear to be an option, so I guess we're going through the tunnels. If you heard that, that was my puppy running to go be Goofy in some other room. He does love sitting on the couch next to me while I do this.
Halt! Who goes there? Stand still!
Hey, loosen up. It's a human. Kill the light already.
Well, you look human. That's all that counts. Come in, this is a free station.
How free? I also really want one of those helmets, but they are very hard to come by. Especially the one with the titanium visor.
Careful, kid. Our free station is under the watchful eye of the Reds. Paranoia is the new game in town, so keep yourself below the radar. You understand?
Crystal. I appreciate it.
Attention! Attention! Document inspection is currently being carried out at the armory. Please stay at your registered residences and assist the law enforcement personnel in their work. Be vigilant, comrades. The enemy never sleeps.
You know, I don't particularly care for engaging in politics
An inspection.
because everyone has their own opinions, and everyone's entitled to their own opinions, naturally.
Could you check my prostate while you're at it? It's glowing. Must be the radiation, huh?
You freak.
But,
And who are you? The comedian's girlfriend. Put your hands out. You're under arrest.
All right. Lay off. Here, I'll come quietly. Huh. Run!
alright.
Go! Let's get them!
Come on, follow me! Go, go! Here! Get down!
Be a lot easier to do if I wasn't handcuffed. I already dislike the Reds. However, I also dislike what they did to, pretty much all of Eastern Europe.
If there's still a god left in our world, that day he was with me. I had been rescued by Han's friend, Andrew the blacksmith. He would prove to be my ticket out of the communist station.
But the only way goes through a goddamn battlefield. The front line between the Reich and the Reds. You'll need a disguise. Take these overalls. The Reds are rounding up the volunteers to storm the Nazi fortifications. They're about to send a train full of new recruits straight into the fire. But you will be riding the train unannounced. Your seat won't be first class, but you don't have to pay the fare with your own blood either. Once the troop train has passed the roadblocks, you're on your own.
The self-referencing is arguably my favorite part of this. And if I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go ahead and play through the next section as well. Make it an extra long video. Though I know no one will probably watch it, besides my friends who give it a click, and then, yeah, that's my tax. But besides my friends who give it a click and don't actually watch it, or I could call it early.
Medkits, filters, knives, everything you need when traveling in dangerous areas, no? Bang! All problem gone. Come, look, try and buy.
The Helsing, the T-Car, Revolver, Duplet, Shambler, Kalashnikov, VSV. Railgun. You know, usually I just go with the Kalashnikov, and then the Kalash 2020. I'll tell you what. Because I am a fan of the VSV Venturas. I'm gonna try it out. Solely because if I don't spend my money, then I'm not gonna get my money's worth. Typically, if I'm not mistaken, the VSV Venturas is integrally suppressed. I sincerely hope that the VSV Venturas takes rifle rounds in this, because I know, if I'm not mistaken, I think it takes a 9mm. But I think I'll be good. And let me make sure I'm stocked up on bullets, because you never know. I don't really need the bolts. I don't.
You're welcome.
Now that I've got everything, we'll go ahead and get through this next cutscene, and I'll probably call it there. Just a little 30-minute video.
It's okay, guys. He's with us.
Yes, I am.
Come on, jump into the hole up to him.
I didn't do that at the first Metro. I won't be. No, I'm kidding. Another note. I think it was Albert Einstein who said, "I know not what weapons World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones." Which was silly, truly.
Artyom, you see that luggage hold? Get into it.
Ah, perfect. I've got some reading material.
So, what do you guys think? Let's go, huh?
Hurry up, I've got places to be. But it does make me wonder, 'cause I know everyone's going ballistic over drones.
Is it really safe in there?
Wouldn't like to see him fall down onto the rails.
Now that's no first-class carriage. But he's good as dead if he stays. He'd be going straight to the Bianca, and that's a one-way ticket.
Anywho, everyone's losing their guff over drones, and I'm like, drones are not a new technology, and it's not the first time they've been used in war. They've been used quite extensively historically, but I don't believe that drones are necessarily this ultimate tier weapon that, oh, we don't know what to do, this completely changes everything, because every time a new military technology comes along, it changes everything. The F-35, the new 5th generation Chinese jets, right? Every time a new weapon comes along, it is an uber weapon. Even ACOG scopes, as I previously stated in a video, were considered to be overpowered. It was the new meta. So I really don't believe... What I do believe, though, is that 90% of what goes on in the world is mostly just a test, right? It's not often that things actually happen, right? But in all reality, it'd be like if... for instance, right, when people are like, oh, look, Russia's military is terrible. They can't even take Ukraine. Well, look at U.S. involvement in the Middle East since the 1980s, right? We've been there for 40 years, and it's the same nature of the beast as before. But one wouldn't say that the U.S. military is weak because it was unable to solve a problem of... I'm forgetting the word, asymmetrical warfare. Because asymmetrical warfare is difficult. Asymmetrical warfare is impossible to deal with. And it always has been, right? So saying, well, okay, well, we have a military that is backed by every other major nation in the world, and it's just holding its own with the help of mercenaries who go there for whatever X, Y, and Z reason that they care to. I don't necessarily believe it's a good indicator of what the next war would look like, but it is giving all the nations involved a chance to experience the other side. What I mean by that is, right, the U.S. has been in near constant conflict, but not with any near peer adversaries. Same with Russia, right? Because they've been dealing with the Chechens on and off for quite a long time. So it gives them a chance to fight against
Even the
NATO
apocalypse
forces.
didn't stop us from killing one another over ideology. I was about to go through the front line between the Nazis and the communists. I've heard they once fought another war, and that the Nazis lost.